Hello everyone, welcome back to the Pound video. In today's video, we're going to be making some more custom skins. We're making 3 of Spider-Man's villains. We're going to be making the Vulture, Black Cat, and the Ultimate Spider-Man version of Green Goblin, of which I technically have 2 styles for if you want to make him look more like the more traditional Green Goblin. Let's get into Green Goblin to start him off, because I've got 2 versions of him that you can use. So, obviously, as you can see, we're going to be using the Chimera skin, which is as new as of Season 7. Like I said, it's the Ultimate Spider-Man show version of him. He's kind of like a hulking version of the Green Goblin. He's like big and scary and shit. So we thought Chimera worked well enough that we could do it. First head, for the top of the head, you're going to want to use the Rigid, which is kind of the basic starting head. You're going to want to use the Underbite for the bottom of the head for his mouth. And then for the eyes, you're going to want to use the Solar Flare, because I believe he has orange eyes. Skin color is chlorine. The skin pattern is going to be battle lines, just because it kind of adds a little bit of detail. You could go none, but it makes him look a little bit flat, and personally I like having the battle lines there, because it kind of makes him look a little bit cooler. So you can not have them if you want, but I have them on. For the armor, use Singularity. This is a 17 one. This is going to take a lot of stuff to unlock. This is going to take a lot of artifacts to unlock if you do want to make him, but it's worth it if you do, because he does actually look pretty cool, whether or not you're calling him Green Goblin or you're just having him look like this, because this is kind of pretty cool. For the armor glow, you're going to want the green one. It's called 518 NM. And then for the armor emblem, this is kind of optional. You don't need to have it, but I have the Astro Blade, which kind of reminds me, being like a circle, kind of reminds me of pumpkin grenades, so I have that equipped for the armor. Now, alternately, like I said, I have a slightly alternate version of him, which makes him look a little bit more similar to the more traditional colors, which just makes the suit color ultraviolet or the purple, and then giving him the orange suit glow, or 609 NM. This adds some orange there, and also gives him that kind of purple outfit that he usually has, except in this case, it's a battle suit, and in the normal version, he's just kind of fucking robes and shit. Finally, moving on to like the preset stuff, I used the Balls of Power, because they look fine like this, where there's kind of black, and obviously the more kills you get, they kind of progress and look different. And once they're at their like full energy potential, they kind of look, they're orange and shit, and they kind of just have like a somewhat similar appearance to pumpkin bombs. Pickaxe, I used the Fang Saws. Alternately, you could probably use the Hulk Smashers, which we did actually use for the Vulture. Glider, you're gonna need, this is very Battle Pass specific, but it's I believe it's Lexus Glider. It's from Season 5. Basic gray scale kind of glider that you stand on, because obviously most gliders you don't stand on, but there are a couple that you do. None of them are, you know, this shape, but stood on, you know, not like a surfboard. And this is the closest we could get, similarity-wise to the actual thing he rides on. Except you just gotta pretend, in this case, this version of Green Goblin has a fucking surfboard. So, this is the best we got. Contrail, I just used the firecrackers just because bombs, explosive, I don't know, there wasn't anything I could find that was much better. Alternately, I think you could probably use, like, the Retro Sci-Fi, which is from Season 4, so it's a little bit old, so most of you might not have it. But, if you do, you can use it if you want. Emotes, I used the little saucer, got his glider and whatever. Martial arts, fighting, ground pound, fighting? Featherweight. Which way? That's actually kind of a really good emote if you do have it. Even though it's not like a broomstick, and that's not exactly how it is in the everything. But he's got a little pumpkin in his where that he's like floating there. It's like a pumpkin bomb. Perfect. And then last emote, Sasquatching, because he's supposed to be like big and big, whatever. For the wrap, I used the Burn Mark. Alternately, you could use anything orange, and the only reason I'm saying orange specific, you could use black and green, but the weapons he uses are pumpkin bombs, so make the weapons in the game that he can use pumpkin colored. Anyways, let's move on finally for doing Black Cat. This is the normal custom skins versus being Chimera. So for this, you're going to want Joltara, and you're going to want to use the Bionic Forge suit pattern, hairstyle A, mask on, belt off. Primary material is going to be metallic, and the color will be black. Secondary material will be metallic as well, and silver instead. Accessory color will be black, so that makes our mask black. No eye effects on. Hair color tint, you're going to want white. Obviously no skin tint. And you're not going to want an emoticon sticker on her chest either. So let's make the skin. For the back bling, I used the Jeweled Cat, which comes with the, Catwoman skin, the kind of DC alternative for her. And then I used the Catwoman's Grappling Claw, which came with the more recent version of Catwoman from the 0 Point Comics thing. And then for the glider, because there's literally nothing else, I used the Catwing. Despite it being very obviously kind of Catwoman related, because it's purple and black. And I don't care, because there's literally nothing else that works. So we're going with this. For a contrail, I used the Cash Flow. I was going to use the Getaway Case, but I thought, hey, that might actually make more sense if she has money. I guess you could also use the Ballistics one. That doesn't seem like a horrible choice, but I just thought the Cash Flow made a little bit more sense. Even though she kind of steals trinkets and stuff, I just thought it might look good. So, and it kind of does. So, for the emotes, evasive maneuvers. I don't know how to explain most of these. Martial Arts Master, flipping away, Dragon Stance, Widow's Pirouette, and Whip Crack, because she's just Catwoman and not in the game yet. For the wrap, you're going to want to use Assassin if you have it. You could also use the other John Wick thing, which is the Boogeyman, because it's just all black. Or basically anything black and white, or black and more black. Now, Vulture, you're going to want Hunter, you're going to want the Victoria suit pattern, you're going to want the half mask, and you're going to want the eye mask off. I don't actually think it matters. No, it doesn't. And belt on. I think I'll also say really quickly, we realized that the kind of more traditional Vulture has like no cowl and is bald and old and has like a fluffy thing around his neck. We obviously can't do the fluffy neck thing, but you also can't make the bulb. So we found a version to excuse our inability to make him bald that has a cowl on him. So we're doing that version to clear our name. Anyways, primary material is going to be metallic, and the color is going to be green. Second material is going to be cloth, and the color of the second material is going to be big surprise, green. Accessory color is going to be white, because this is the best way we can kind of incorporate a white thing on him, because we can't get that like fluffy collar thing. So a white belt is kind of in place of that. Eye effects can just be default. When you have a cowl on, they make them automatically white, but if you really need to, just make them white. Also, eye effects off, so you don't want massive glow in his eyes. You just want them to be kind of colored. You don't need a hair tint or skin tint. And you also don't want a logo. So that's it for the skin. Back bling, Feathered Flames. These come with the most recent kind of Lava Legends pack. They're like my new favorite back bling, just because they're big wings and they're cool. And his whole thing is wings. So yeah, big wings. That's about it. Hulk Smashers, Green Fists. I didn't really know what else to give him, so we gave him these. And obviously a wingspan, because like I said, his whole thing is wings. So we just, for a glider, we'd give him the big black wings. Contrail, I just picked Spectral Essence, because nothing else really made sense. You could just not have a contrail, I guess, if you wanted to. I picked Spectral Essence because I thought it, kind of like wind behind him when he's like flying or whatever. Emotes, Jump Jets, because he flies. Martial Arts, because fight. Ground Pound, because fight? Question mark? Bring It, because, Spider-Man, I'm old. Sparkler, because I couldn't think of anything else, so I just put Sparkler in there for fun. And then Sasquatching, because he's old. And he's like conscious, he's like, man, these kids on their phones, I had to walk 7,000 miles to get to school. The wrap. Best of paper, all the way back from Season 7 wraps like first came out. It's green and white. That's about it. It's green and white. You could also use the bubbly, because that's just green. Probably use the Rick and Morty one, the Brick's Portal. It's got blue on it, but if we just pretend it doesn't, then it works. Basically anything kind of fully green. Green toy. Maybe even the lucky one. It's not super green. And then that's it. That's it. So I'm gonna put on Green Goblin, and we're gonna get into a couple of games after that incredibly lengthy explanation on how to make the guys. So I guess let's just get into a couple of games and see if we can't do anything remotely interesting with them. Yeah, this glider is not actually bad. Now that he's all like hunched over and shit, and he's like, man, I'm a goblin. Looks good again. Chest upstairs, I'm gonna grab it. 110. Yeah, to the wrong people, asshole. Oh, I see. Gotcha. That could have been bad. How much health do I have? I don't see how much health I had. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, turn the post notification bell on so you never miss a video of ours. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to check us out on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at TripleHound. And use code TripleHound in the Fortnite Shopper Game Store. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.